I'm Amanda. So it's a Tuesday before Thanksgiving, and I'm thinking we need a little turkey burn. I don't know about you guys, but I want to eat that extra piece of pumpkin pie, and I don't want to feel bad about it. So let's start on all fours. We'll do some nice holds towards the end, but I'm really going to move us through some nice vinyasas, get us nice and warmed up, do some core work, all that good stuff. It'll be a whole body workout, kind of a power flow, if you will. So inhale, open up the body, open up the belly, look up. You can tuck the toes under, just kind of arching the back, and exhale, round, tuck the chin in. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, round. So I'm going to emphasize breathing. Since we're moving quickly today, it's going to be challenging to breathe as calm and steady as we normally do. So that's going to be your focus today. Lift that right leg. Keep the foot flexed. Keep lengthening through the right heel, broadening through the shoulders, pushing down to lift up, and then lift the left hand. Bring the leg and hand out. Use the obliques to help lift that foot and hand so it's in line with the shoulder and the hip. Lengthen forward and back. Breathe. And then exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Keep the gaze down. Exhale, round. One more inhale. Exhale, round. Good. Lower. Kind of shake it out a little. Maybe a few just kind of circles around, getting into the body, one direction and the other, and then come back to all fours. Stacking hands under shoulders, knees under hips, lift the left leg. Foot is flexed, gaze is down, broaden through the shoulders, pushing down to lift up and lift that right hand. Keep the gaze down, working left inner thigh to right inner thigh, lengthening through the limbs, and then bring the right hand out, left leg out. That move alone should be turning on that body temperature. So see if you can lift up, breathe. Keep the breath calm. Lengthen forward and back. And then exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. One more, inhale, lengthen. Good, exhale, lower, just a few circles around. One direction and the other. Just kind of getting into those shoulders. And then lift the right leg. Again, keep the hip closed. Inhale, lengthen through the leg. Exhale, lower the chest and chin. Inhale up. Exhale, round, knee to nose. Inhale. Exhale, lower chest and chin, elbows in. Inhale up. Exhale, knee to nose or forehead. One more, inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale up, round, and lower the right knee. Just kind of rock the hips a little. And go into the other side. Lift the left leg. Keep the hip closed. Lengthen through that left heel. Round knee to nose or forehead. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lower chest and chin. Inhale up. Exhale, round. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale, round. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Good, come on up. Big toes touch, knees are open, child's pose. Always a good child's pose just to get into that lower back, soften the torso, check in with the breathing. Good, and then meet me in a down dog. Tuck the toes, spread through the fingers, and lift those hips high. Come high up onto all 10 toes, bringing both heels forward, and then turn the heels out slightly and drop the heels. So you're turning slightly pigeon-toed in this. Think about, instead of collapsing through the shoulders, over extending in that shoulder joint, can you lift the armpits up and reach back? Get more into your legs, out of the hip joints. Good, look between the hands and walk feet to hands. Inhale, look out, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Soften the knees, just a nice gentle forward fold. Allow the head to hang. One more. Good. Slowly round up, one vertebrae at a time. Head is the last thing to come up. Bring the hands to the lower back. Push the hips forward. Draw the elbows back. Inhale, open up the heart. Good. Neutral spine. Let's move through your Surya Namaskara B. So, big toes touch. Heels are together. Bend the knees. Sweep the arms. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, walk or jump back, plank. Broaden through the shoulders, reach back through those legs. So keep the legs engaged. Exhale, chaturanga down. Inhale up. Exhale, back, down dog. Left heel in, right foot lunges. Inhale, warrior one. Lower the hands, step back, same exhale, chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale back. Right heel in, left foot lunges. Inhale. Lower the hands, step back, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale. Exhale back, down dog for 5 breaths. Use this down dog as a way to cultivate that calm, steady ujjayi breathing. You can shake out the head, bend one knee at a time, whatever's gonna feel best in your down dog. Two more breaths here. See if once you're done with that moving about, if you can find some stillness for this last breath. Inhale. Exhale a little further back. Look between the hands, walk or jump, feet to hands. Inhale, look out, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, sweep the arms, feet together. Utkatasana, chair. Get a little bit lower. Good, and then straighten the legs. Hands by the tips, hands by the hips, not the tips, hips. Separate the feet. Feet are hip width apart. Hands to the hips. Draw the elbows together behind the back. Open up the chest. Exhale, hinge at the hips for Padagustasana. Middle and index finger, hook the big toes. Inhale, look out, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Pulling the stomach towards those legs. Getting into the hamstrings, the lower back, wherever you feel it is exactly where you need it today. Breathe. See if you can soften the shoulders. Use more of your biceps to pull the crown of the head down. One more. Good. Release the toes. Inhale, look out, lengthen. Step the left foot back. Left palm down, right hand up for a nice twist. Stacking right shoulder on top of the left. Straightening that back leg. Good, and then lower the right hand. Step back, downward facing dog. Sink the heels, lift the hips. Look between the thumbs, bend the elbows, and scoop into upward facing dog. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Lift the right leg, hip is closed. Reaching back. Knee into the nose, shoulders forward, hover, and lunge the right foot in between the hands. Inhale, both arms up. You can always, as a modification, drop the back knee. If not, keep it lifted. See if you can pull the front ribs in, working to get that back bend out of your lower back. I know it makes it a whole lot more challenging. Get a little bit lower. Good, lower the hands. Left foot to right, top of the mat. Inhale, look out, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look out. Exhale, the right foot back. Right palm down, left hand up. Keep straightening the back leg, stacking left shoulder on top of right. Breathe. Good, left hand down, step back, down dog. Keep sinking the heels, lifting the hips. Look between the thumbs. Again, you're trying to drag the sternum, the chest bone, through your thumbs. Don't drop to your elbows because you'll get stuck. So keep your elbows up and just hover the forearms over the floor and inhale up. If it's complicated, leave it out. It's not that important. Exhale back, down dog. Lift the left leg. Reach back through that left heel. Good, knee into the nose, shoulders forward, hover. Lunge the left foot in between the hands. Drop the back knee if you did last time. And inhale, arms up. Again, maybe softening that back knee so you can unload the lower back a bit. Pulling the left hip back, right hip forward. Get a little bit deeper into that right hip. One more breath. Good. Hands to either side of the foot, right foot to left, top of the mat. Inhale, look out, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Separate the feet hip width apart. Heels slightly turned out, middle and index finger, hook the big toes. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. See if you can feel a little bit more opening in the back of the legs. One more. Good. Release the toes, ground the palms. Work to keep the shoulders over your wrists as you walk or jump back. Plank. Chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale back, down dog. Lift the right leg, open up the hip, stacking right hip on top of left. Be mindful that left heel doesn't splay out. It's grounded. And then can you spin the right ribs down? Can you work the legs as straight as possible? And then lunge the right foot in between the hands, shorten the stance. All toes are down, both heels are down. Pull that right hip back, inhale, lengthen, come up onto the fingertips, and exhale, fold. So we're getting deep into those hamstrings quickly. There's a reason. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. Try to work the torso over that leg. You can work the hands towards the floor, that might be enough, or if you're touching the floor, start to walk the hands towards the back foot. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. One more. Good. Look forward. Soften the right knee a bit. Arms come out wide. Shift the weight into the right foot for airplane, Digasana. Opening up the heart, dropping that left hip. Work the floating leg as straight as possible. And then left fingertips down, right hand up. For Parvarita Ardha Chandrasana. So it's reverse half moon. You're working that back leg as straight as possible, working to stack your right shoulder on top. Breathe. One more. Good. Now, gaze is down. Soften the right knee. Lunge the left foot back onto the floor, and then left hand to the outside on top or inside of the right foot for reverse triangle. Still pulling the right hip back. Grounding through the big toes. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Breathe. Final pose is when you can look up at that right thumb. But don't take on too much. Take those tiny little movements to get the most out of your pose without falling out of it if possible. If you do fall out of it, no biggie. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Good. Gaze is down. Lower the right hand. Walk the fingertips out just a little bit. Soften the right knee. Left leg up. Standing split. Breathe. Keep pulling the right hip back. You can play with open or closed hips. One more. Good. Now look forward. Bend the right knee. Lunge the left foot back. So we're going to do some jump switches. It's a great way to cultivate the core and to start getting used to arm balances. Just think about lifting your hips up. You're going to stay light on the fingers. There's not much weight in your fingers. And just lift your hips and jump your feet. Switch. Okay? We're going to get the heart rate going. You'll hear me going a little. We're going to do 10, okay? So stay light on the fingertips. Lift those hips. See how much air time you can get by floating your feet. One more. Good. So the right foot's forward again. Get nice and low into the left hip flexor by lowering the left knee. Both hands to the right knee and come on up. So it should be nice, hip opener in that left hip. And then left arm up, setting up a twist, elbow to knee, palms come together, inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Breathe. You can choose to lift the back knee if you want a little more. One more. Good. Now unwind. So for some of you advanced yogis, you're going to hook the big toe with your middle and index finger. We're going to go into a side plank variation. So I'll demonstrate, and then you can choose if that's something you want to try, or you may just stack your right foot on top of the left for traditional side plank, or supported side plank, dropping the left knee. Okay, so there's always a modification. So if you can, hook the toe, or just stack the foot and come on up. You're going to roll the left heel down for Vashisthasana, side plank. Breathe. Open up the hip. Keep lifting the left hip wherever you are. So this is the first option, or you can do traditional side plank, or you can drop the left knee down for supported side plank, okay? Maybe you try for the most challenging one, and then as we hold it, you realize it's a little too much and you come out of it. We're here for one more breath. Lift those hips. Those of you with the toe, can you swing the right foot forward? Spin the back heel up for half split. So half split or full split. If you can, work to keep your hips square. So I know when I was a gymnast back in the day, years ago, we always tried to get as low to the ground as possible. That was the goal. Well, in this yoga, I'm asking you to do something a little different. So don't worry about how low you are. That doesn't matter. I want you to focus on squaring off your hips. Makes it a whole lot more difficult, and it gets a different part of your hamstring and your hips and all that good stuff. So think about keep flexing your front foot. I find it helpful to keep my back toes under because then it helps kind of, even subconsciously, even if I'm not always focused on it, it helps roll that left hip forward. That's going to help square my hips. And now maybe I can go a little lower. I'm not 100% at square hips, but I'm trying. So just know that that's your intention, and it's going to get a really nice, like that meaty part of your hamstring. If you want a little more, you can fold forward. I don't have a block right now, but a nice option is to set a block or pillow or something under that right sitting bone, and then you can kind of sink into it and really work this split. One more. Good. Now slowly come up. See if you can just kind of inch your feet closer together. You might want to lift your back knee and lift it a little closer. And now walk the hands forward, bend the right knee, lift the left leg, and then try to straighten the right leg again. So if you can you keep both legs straight, lift your hips so much, use your core to pull your right leg through and up. However you want to get there, just lift that right leg, maybe bend it, a few circles around with the hip. And then you can move through one leg or two leg vinyasa, your choice. Inhale, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale up, exhale back. Lower the right foot, just kind of pedal it out for traditional down dog as we prepare for the other side. Breathe. One more. Good. Lift the left leg. Keep the hip closed, reaching back through that left heel. Knee into the nose, shoulders forward, hover. And then lunge the left foot in between the hands. Right hand down, left hand up. Breathe. Lower the left hand, step back and lift that left leg up. Open up the hip. Good, and then lunge the left foot forward, shorten the stance. All toes are facing forward, pull the left hip back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold over the left leg. Working to get deep into that hamstring. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. One more. Exhale, start to walk the hands back if you did last time. Good, and then walk the hands forward. Look forward, soften the left knee. Start to bring the right hand in front of the left foot. Left arm up for Parvarita Ardha Chandrasana. Squeezing the inner thighs together, reaching up out of the left hand, stacking the shoulders. You can keep the standing leg a little slightly bent to protect that joint. Breathe. Lift a little higher. Good, and then soften the left knee, lower the right foot, a short stance again. Right hand in on top, on the inside or outside of the left foot. Again, still twisting to the left side of your mat. Lengthen forward through the crown of the head. Keep pulling the left hip back. Turn the gaze up if balance is good today. Breathe. One more. Good. Slowly lower down. Lower the hands, stay light on the fingertips, soften the left knee. First, Digasana, airplane. So I know that it's a little out of order, but we're getting the same pose either side. I'm remembering as we go in. Open up the chest, keep dropping that right hip. Breathe. Open up, lengthen. Good, and then hands to the front of the mat, left foot to the ceiling, standing split. Open or closed hips, whatever feels best. Keep softening the neck. Lift that right leg a little higher. Good, and then look forward. Bend the left knee, lunge back, nice wide lunge, and lower the right knee. Good, both hands to the left knee, come on up. Sink into the hips. Keep pulling that left hip back. So now we know what square hips is. We did it on the other side with that half split variation. So keep working that. Remember how it's challenging to keep those hips square. And then right arm up, lengthen, hook the elbow to the knee, palms together. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head. Exhale, twist. Shoulders down, lengthen through the crown. One more, inhale. Exhale. Good. Unwind, hands on either side of the foot. Straighten the left leg for half split. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Just for a few breaths, just again warming up that hamstring. Good, and then bend the left knee. Sink the hips. Right hand down. Again, you can hook your toe, or if you know you're not going into that variation, just stack your feet or keep the right knee down for that supported option. Roll to the outer edge of the right foot and lift the left leg. Keep lifting those hips. Breathe. Stacking shoulder over wrist. Keep lifting wherever you are. One more. Good. Keep the toe. See if you can swing the left leg forward. Lift the back heel for Hanumanasana. Half split or full split. Again, not worried about how low you're going, but working on stacking, squaring those hips. You can start to walk it forward. You can set up that block under the left sitting bone if you liked that option. And don't be surprised if one side is noticeably different. So this side is like, it's like a whole different body. I don't know where this left leg came from. But that's where my work is, right? I know that the right leg is easy and the left leg is not. And there's nothing wrong with that. Most of us are like that, and just keep breathing. Hopefully, we're balanced. It'll balance out someday, maybe. One more breath. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Good. Now just kind of inch the feet closer together so it stays safe, so it's a little bit more manageable. Bend the left knee, ground both hands, tuck the back toes under, and then try to straighten your left leg again. See if you can embrace the challenge of trying to drag your left leg back and up by keeping it straight. If it's too much, then ignore me, just bend the knee, and however you want to get there, get there. Lift that left leg, open up the hip. Good, and then lower, move through one leg or two leg vinyasa. Good. Lower both feet and just kind of pedal out the legs. Turn the right heel in, lunge the left foot forward. Walk the hands to the center of the mat. Heels out, toes in. Inhale, look out, lengthen. Exhale, fold. One more. Exhale. Good, hands to the hips and slowly come up. So we'll do some warrior twos, go through some warrior series, and then we'll go onto the floor for some hip stuff and call it a day. So get nice and deep into that right leg. Arms come out. Pull the front ribs in, soften the shoulders, lengthening through. Right elbow to the inside of the knee, left arm up. Work on stacking the shoulders, and then can you turn the top palm to face forward, reach up over the ear, creating one straight line from the left heel to the left fingertips. Don't lose this back leg. Keep lifting up through that left inner thigh. You may want to lower to the floor if you have space today. One more. Left arm up, back to warrior two. Straighten the right leg, flip the right palm, inhale, lengthen, exhale, exalted triangle. Just kind of countering that, getting into the right side body. Gaze is up or down. Good. Back to standing, shorten your stance just a little bit, setting up our Trikonasana triangle. So gaze is over, the right middle finger, inhale, reach, exhale, tilt. Breathe. One more. Good. Inhale up. Arms come out wide, lengthen through the arms, and just rotate the feet. Lengthen your stance, finding your warrior two on the left side. Pulling that right hip back. So nice open hips. They're not trying to square over to the front. This right hip's pulling back, the left knee's pulling to the pinky edge side of the foot. Good, and then left elbow to the inside of the knee, right arm up. Get lower through the left leg, turn the top palm to face forward, reach up over the ear. Creating that straight line again, lowering to the floor if you did last time, breathe. Don't lose that back leg, keep lifting that right inner thigh, one more breath. Good, right arm up, back to standing, warrior two. Straighten the left leg, flip the left palm, inhale, reach. Exhale, reverse triangle. Keep grounding the big toes. Gaze is up or down. Good, come on up. Shorten the stance. Reach towards the front of the room and tilt for triangle. Breathe. Keep stacking right shoulder on top of left. One more. Good. Inhale up. Turn the right toes in. That's the left foot. Left toes in. Interlace the hands behind the back. Open up the chest. And exhale, fold forward. Bringing the hands with you. Using this as a nice opportunity, getting into the shoulders. You can bend one knee at a time. Bring that shoulder down to the knee. Just kind of make it a little organic movement, whatever feels good. Maybe stillness is good for you today. You'll know. One more. Good. Inhale, slowly come up. Little baby back bend. Neutral spine. Release the arms. Step to the front of the mat, vinyasa. Inhale up. And exhale back. Good. Lift the right leg. Open up that hip. And then right knee into the nose. Shoulders forward. Hover. Right foot to the behind the left wrist. So you're on the outer edge of the right foot. Lift the left hand for a nice side body opening, little back bend. And then lower the left hand. Spin the back heel up again. Setting up a twisting plank. So you're squaring off that hip, pulling the right hip back. If you're ambitious today, you want to push up, go for it. Good, and then lower all the way down. Getting into the outer right hip, the IT band, whatever you want. You can walk it forward, you can stay upright, or add a twist, left hand behind the right elbow. So we're starting to wind down our practice. I don't know about you guys, but I got a nice sweat on, so I think we're good. Keep working the pinky edge of the back foot down. That's going to help drop your left hip. And can you work your left shoulder down if you're going for the twist? One more breath. Good. Unwind. Walk the hands back in. Lift the hips. And then bring the right knee in between the hands for pigeon. Walk the hands in, open up the heart, and then slowly walk it forward. Nice and warmed up for pigeon, so I don't know about you, but this feels phenomenal. So let's enjoy that pigeon. It should be a really great hip opener. If it's not, maybe there's just some tightness you got to work through. Or if you feel any discomfort in your knee, you guys know if you've been practicing with me for a while, you know that you can always roll onto your back. But if this is maybe your first class, I'll just demonstrate you that are good in pigeon, stay there. If not, you'll swing around and just get into the hip this way. So just make sure, part of this yoga practice not only is about sweating, breathing, all that good stuff, but it's about really discerning and knowing our bodies, knowing when it's a really deep stretch and when it's pain. It's up to us to discern that and to know when to back off or when to maybe breathe through it and go a little deeper because we know it's just a nice stretch. So wherever you're at in your pigeon, see if you can keep creating space in between the knees, soften the belly, the chest. 2 more breaths. Keep reaching through the left leg. The back leg isn't just chilling out. It's active. It's reaching. Good. Slowly walk the hands in. Spread through the fingers. Tuck the back toes under. Lift the right leg up and open up that hip. Just let it feel good. A few circles around. Make sure if you're doing the circles, you get both directions. And then lower the right foot. Let's do a vinyasa in between sides. So inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale, back. Left leg up. Open up that hip. And the knee into the nose, shoulders forward, hover. And step the left foot behind the right wrist. So you're on the outer edge of that left foot. Turn the back heel in, lift that right hand for a nice back bend. Lift those hips, breathe. Lower the right hand. Turn the back heel up and close that hip again. So you want your hips parallel to the floor. Push up if you did last time. And then lower the left hip all the way down. Keep the back toes tucked under. Working to drop that right hip. Walk the hands forward. Again, you can stay here, just rolling down, softening the belly on the floor, or bringing your right hand behind the left elbow. One more breath. Good. Slowly unwind the upper body. Walk the hands in, under the shoulders, lift those hips, and bring the left knee in between the hands. Again, if the knee's an issue on this side, maybe it wasn't on the other side, but you know now you're feeling something, roll on your back. Otherwise, walk the hips, or walk the hands in, and then walk it out. Soften, melt, breathe. Again, keeping that back leg active. It's reaching through the right toes. Notice just by keeping that leg active, you feel it stretching the outer left hip more. Soften the toes, the jaw. One more breath. Good, and then slowly walk the hands in. Stacking the hands under the shoulders, tuck the back toes under, and lift the left leg up and back. Stacking the hips one last time, a few leg circles. And then lower the left foot. Vinyasa, inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale up. And exhale back. From down dog, look between the hands, walk or jump all the way through. Coming to seated, peel the flesh away. Hands next to the hips. Flex the feet, inhale, both arms up. And exhale, fold. Paschimottanasana. Nice forward fold. If you have any lower back issues and you want to get more into your lower back, just bend your knees. Even if you don't have issues, it feels really good. So inhale, open up the chest. Try to think about lifting your ribs up over your knees. And then fold. One more, inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale up. Fingertips behind the hips. Bend the knees. Feet are hip width apart. Keep the heels grounded. The quads are strong. And lift those hips for reverse table. Release the head back. Good. Look forward. Send the hips through the hands. So this is all core. Lift. See if you can lift that right leg. Lower. Lift the left leg. Lower, lift both legs. Good. Lower, peel the flesh away. Yeah, if your hips cramped like mine just did, it's all good. I hope it stops someday. I don't know what to tell you. Keep the left leg straight. Bring the right foot to the left inner thigh. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold, Jani Shirshasana. So think about lengthening, again, your ribs up over the left kneecap, and you're lengthening the torso over that leg. Fold. Soften the shoulders. So I don't know about you all, but I always catch myself. Those shoulders want to kick on. They're strong and they want to work. So it takes a lot of work for me to soften and pull them down. So I always say shoulders because I catch myself. I tell you guys the same thing I tell myself in my practice. So yeah, see if you can keep getting that action by lengthening over the left leg without tensing anything up. Oftentimes we're programmed to meeting tension with tension. Can we soften? Learn how to do that less. One more. Good. Slowly come up. Without using your hands to move the legs, see if you can use your core just to straighten that right leg out and bring the left foot in. Peel the flesh away from the right hand, or from the hip, you can use your hand this time. And then square the torso over the right leg. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, fold. Again, those shoulders, there they go. See if you can soften. Think about lengthening without tensing anything up. Yes, you're working hard to get a deeper stretch, but you don't need to tense things up. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Slowly come up. Bring the soles of the feet together. You may want to scoot yourself forward a little because we're going to go on our backs. So just soles of the feet together. Peel the heels close into the hips. Elbows in, shoulders back. Open up the chest. Good. And then bring the hands forward, palms together, using strength without tension. So you don't need to force and really push your hands together. There's no need for that. Just keep a nice grip going, just firmly touching each fingertip. And then bring your heels a little further forward than you had them. Keep the shoulders soft, and then slowly round your back. Try to keep your legs without gripping. Yeah, that was kind of impossible. Nice thought, though. Reach the hands up over the head. Just let your legs go. Hug the knees into the chest. Rock a little side to side. Good. And then we're going to set up our inversion. So if you want a headstand or handstand, anything besides shoulder stands today, you guys know you can do that. Otherwise, both hands next to the hips. Come into that Supta Dandasana. Keep your gaze up at your own feet. There's no need to look around. Don't need to look at me at the screen. Just listen. Push into the hands and lift the feet up over the head for plow. Try to work your shoulders closer together. You can bring your hands to the lower back for support and lift one leg or both. The more you can get your elbows closer together behind you, you can lift a little higher. And have some freedom here. So you can open up your legs, just kind of, this feels so good in the hip flexors. If you want to spread the legs, whatever you want to do. If you want to just stay still, that's all good too. Keep lifting up, breathe. And then slowly lower the feet back over the head. You can point the toes, tuck them under. And then straighten out the arms. And slowly roll down. Keep your legs close into the body and lift the hips, the chest for one last forward fold. Good. Slowly roll onto the back again. Hug the right knee into the chest and twist across the body over to the left. Work to keep that right shoulder down, lengthen through the torso. I like to, even like a self-assist, trying to drop that right hip down. Create some space. Inhale and exhale. Good. Roll back to center. Straighten the right leg and lower. And then hug the left knee in and twist. Again, you can kind of self-assist, dropping that left hip. Good. Back to center. Straighten out the left leg and float it down. Kind of shake everything out. Shake the hips, wiggle the fingers, the feet. For final Shavasana, inhale, open up the mouth, stick out the tongue, and just a vocal exhale. Allow the jaw to hang open and just stay here for a few moments out of your day. Allowing yourself to do nothing. Allowing your body to receive the benefits of the hard work you put in. See if you can just allow the breath to flow in and out of the nose or the mouth completely effortlessly. There's nothing left to do. You don't have to control the breathing. You don't have to try to suck your belly in. Doesn't matter anymore. Just soften everything. And when you feel completely surrendered, maybe start to bring some movement back. If you want to hang here for another 5-10 minutes, you guys always know that's always an option. I encourage you to work on lengthening those Shavasanas, but if you're here just for that power 45 minutes, then go ahead. Start to bring some movement back into the body by wiggling your fingers, toes, reaching up over the head, hug the knees in. Rock a little back and forth, up and down, and meet me in a comfortable seated position when you're ready. Always closing our practice with gratitude. May we remember how blessed we are to be able to roll out our mat, click on the TV, and practice whenever we choose. I thank you for always tuning in, allowing me to guide you through your practice, always being open and receptive. May we always come from a place of gratitude when things get difficult. May we remember that no situation is ever final. May we always remember that we are surrounded by joy and love. Thank you. Have a great turkey day. See you guys next week for another sweaty session so we can get out all that pumpkin pie. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Namaste.